attention, please. All right, if you didn't know this, we are governed under the Coast Guard, okay? That is not America anymore. Coast Guard is a totally different country, all right? So they have some rules. The very first one is that everyone on board must be in their seats at all times, okay? You have to be in your seats at all times. Now, unless you're going to the bar or to the bathrooms down below, okay? You have to be in your seats. Now, it's okay if you stand up and take a shot or take a short video, but as soon as you're done, please sit down immediately. Everybody good with that? Fantastic. Second rule, there is no smoking on this vessel. Ladies and gentlemen, that means no cigarettes, no cigars, no vapes or electronic devices, and absolutely none of that wacky stuff from Colorado. All right, as I said, we're putting out a video right now. Guys, I want you to look above your heads. You will notice up here that there are orange blocks. Those orange blocks are your life jackets, okay? Now, they've been up there since 1935, okay? We've never had to use them. Let's not make tonight that night. All right? Are we in agreement? Fantastic. All right, we do have fire hoses and extinguishers throughout the vessels, okay? Look at these. Look at my friends on the right-hand side and the front. Did I say what was the first rule? Woo! Have a seat, my friends. Have a seat. This means you. With the beautiful, yeah, that means you. Okay, this is going to be a fun lunch, I know it. Alright guys, so we do have fire extinguishers and hoses on the vessels. We'll take care of that if there's an emergency. Please don't tamper with those. I need you to pay attention to the garbage cans on either side of the stairwells. Do me a big favor. When you're done eating or drinking, please throw your garbage in there. Guys, it's very dangerous, especially with as many people as we have on the vessel, that we not have debris rolling back and forth on the floors. We certainly don't want it blowing overboard, okay, to litter the waterway. Now, let me introduce you to your crew. Guys, on the first deck below us down there is Kelly. Everybody on the first deck turn around and say, hey, Kelly. Hey, Kelly. All right, up here with me is the baby boss in the back. That is Melissa back there. All right? Guys, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask. Now, the two most important people, crew members on board, are your bartenders. That is Gina and Trey. Make some noise for them. Oh, yeah. I see you've met them already. Guys, my name is Arlene. I'm your commentator and your host. I'm going to share some really cool information. We're going to look at some beautiful homes and vessels here on the Venice of America, the yacht capital of the world. The first one I want to show you is on the right-hand side. That house right there, guys, belongs to the richest used car salesman in Howard County. Now, any locals on board? Any locals? Anybody who lives here? If I ask you if you need a car, truck or van, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. No! Ghostbusters are not going to give you a car. It's Mulrooney. Mike Mulrooney owns that home, guys. And let me tell you something. He started with a single dealership. He grew it to 6. It was then bought by AutoNation. AutoNation was started by Wayne Huizinga. Anybody know that name?
Yeah. Guys, leave a comment and shout out where you're living and where you're from.
He is our local billionaire. All right, so we're headed west, as I said. We're going to meet up with the ICW, the Intercoastal Waterway, and the beginning of the new river. On the left-hand side, however, before we get there, there's a beautiful mansion right in front of us, that big white mansion on the corner. It's got a white seawall and clear fencing. Now that belongs to a local millionaire as well, but he doesn't have a sense of humor. He doesn't like for us to say his name out loud. Okay. But I'm going to tell you some stories. Now this guy purchased this property right here, and he paid the most anyone has ever paid for a property here on the New River to date, right? And he's proud of it. He paid $29 million for it. Yeah, he was determined to get this corner right here. Now, he also has a 180-foot yacht. Now, he's out sailing right now, but usually it's docked on the other side in the canal on the other side here. He didn't really like that. He wanted to be able to dock it over here, but the water's not deep enough for a vessel that size. Another issue he had with it was he wanted to be able to wake up in the morning and look out of his bedroom window to see his gorgeous yacht, but he couldn't do it because he had a neighbor right next door. Problem. He went to his neighbor, he knocked on the door and he said, "Neighbor, listen, what can I give you to make you move?" Right? The nerve of him. Well, the neighbor said, "Okay, I'll play. Give me $8 million. What did he do, guys? No, he wrote a check for $8 million. Absolutely. He leveled the neighbor's house, and guess what? Look on the other side over there. You see that red statue? That is now his $8 million sculpture garden. What, you guys don't have one of those? No? Well, listen, money will not solve all of your problems, that is a fact. But if you have a lot of it in the bank, it'll get you what you want every now and then. Indeed. It is a beautiful day in Fort Lauderdale, don't you think so? Don't you think so? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We are so proud of the weather we have here and the waterways. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous. If you look right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen, you will see the Fort Lauderdale skyline. Now, you better not laugh at our skyline, I know. I know most of you are from up north. I'm from Chicago, so we're used to a little bit more mature skyline, right? But listen, over the next 5 to 10 years, you are going to see Fort Lauderdale grow leaps and bounds. Lots of development going on, right? So when you come back to see us then, you're going to see it's probably going to double or even triple by that time. Beautiful, and we're proud. Look on the right-hand side. I want to show you this beige house. It's coming up on the right-hand side on the corner. It's got a beautiful rock seawall. All right, gorgeous arched windows there. I want you to look on the seawall. There's a little guy sitting on a rock over there. If you notice him, look in close. Now, we call him Izzy, and Izzy is the most popular crocodile in the entire world. Yeah, he's the logo on the polo. Yeah, that home was built for Rene Lacoste. True story. Now, Rene passed away several years ago, but Izzy is deeded to the property, so he will be there as long as that property stands. Now, I know you're going to get excited, so guys, please remember to remain in your seats, right? The water popo is out here. You'll never see them coming, but they'll be right up on us, okay? Look on the right-hand side. I want to show you this pile of dirt right here. Now, they're building something magnificent on it, no doubt, but it used to have a home on it that belonged to a very good friend of ours, Lee Majors. Anybody know who that is? Yeah, Bionic Man, absolutely. Now, Lee and his honey boo had a gorgeous home on there, right? But their relationship went south. They ended up breaking up, and Lee found himself having to put his home up for sale. Now, it was for sale for many months, almost a year. Nobody would bite. No one would bid on it. He wasn't happy with this, and his realtor told him, "Lee, you just need to level the house, right, and put the lot up for sale." He didn't like that. He wanted to know why. Well, his realtor explained it to him. "Lee, you've got major faucet problems."
Yeah.
What? Look, somebody explain that to the young people. They're looking at me like I have 2 heads. Please. Now listen, my jokes aren't going to get any better, so laugh and go to the bar. Laugh and go to the bar. Look on the left-hand side. There's an olive-colored house over there with a white trim back there. Now guys, that is the home of the largest drug dealer in South Florida. And that's a true story. No lie. Really. I know because I stopped by there this morning and got some things I needed. Sure did. Yeah, that's the CEO of Walgreens, ladies and gentlemen. Get your heads out of the gutter. Look on the right-hand side really quickly. There is a beautiful yellow mansion over there. I wish you could see it, but Eileen is in the way. That mansion belonged to Pam Huizinga. Now, that is the daughter of Wayne Huizinga, right? Right next to her, this White House that is for sale. Did I say it was for sale? It's for sale. Yeah. That belongs to Bonnie Hudson. Now, Bonnie is the sister of Wayne Huizenga. Okay? Now, we're going to jump across the canal here to this house on the corner. It's got the gazebo out back. That belongs to Stephen Hudson. He is the son of Bonnie, obviously the nephew of Wayne Huizenga. You see the pattern here? Yeah. Well, Wayne bought all 3 of those houses for his family members. Pretty nice guy, huh? Let me tell you a little bit about him. Wayne is the only businessman that's ever started 3 Fortune 500 companies. AutoNation was one of them, and Stephen was an executive for his uncle at another one. That was called Blockbuster. Remember that one? Yeah. Well, Stephen went to his uncle one day and was like, Uncle, we need to get rid of Blockbuster. It's bleeding. This asset we've got to get rid of, right? Well, Wayne put a deal together that sold Blockbuster to a company called Viacom for $4.9 billion. That was a huge deal back in the day. You remember that? Yeah, because 4 months later, Netflix came on the scene and changed the entire game. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to show you another house. This one is coming up on the left-hand side. It is absolutely gorgeous. One of the most beautiful homes, really, on the waterway. That beautiful brick home looks like it should be in New England somewhere, up there on the corner. Beautiful lawn, surrounded by greenery. Yeah, guys, that one is for sale as well. I'm telling you this because some people are interested, right? Now this one I can get you into for $3.2 million. Today only. Anybody interested? Raise your hand if you're sure. Let me see. All right. Well, let me tell you, it is a 8-bedroom, 12-bathroom home surrounded by beautiful oasis, sits on 2 acres of land. Now, full disclosure, sir, that $3.2 million is a 10% down payment on a $32 million home. Yeah, true story. Now look on the left-hand side. This is probably the most exquisite estate on the waterway. This actually belonged to Wayne Huizenga. This is where he lived, okay? There's 7 single-family homes on this estate. 3 freestanding back there, 4 clustered together. And I want you to take a look at this 3-tier bell tower right here. This is where Wayne would sit at the bottom and wave at the Queen as she walked by. She didn't walk, she sailed by. That's what I said. But look at the detail on it, guys. You see the detail? That's not paint. It is 24 karat inlaid gold. True story. Now Wayne was an extravagant guy, guys, but he was an extremely generous man as well. A philanthropist. Now he passed away in 2018, right? He was suffering with cancer for many, many years. Right? And per his instructions, he had his family put this estate up for auction, and every single penny of it went to charity. Yeah, $19 million is what it went for, to another millionaire here locally named Chuck West. We'll talk about it later. I want to show you one more house. Here we go. Left-hand side. You see that beautiful home? Look at the detail on it. Tell me what it reminds you of. Maybe a movie series. Yell it out. Harry Potter, very good. Now listen, Wayne Huizenga could care less about Harry Potter, but his favorite niece Holly loved Harry Potter. She announced she was getting married, and what did Wayne do? What only he would do, he called up to Universal Studios, spoke with the architects and developers up there of Harry Potter World. He actually had them build that house and gifted it to Holly as a wedding gift, guys. That's a $22 million starter home. That's a nice uncle, huh? I don't know about you, but my uncle gave me a $22 rice cooker. Yeah. Now look on the left-hand side real quick. This seafoam green house right here with the high-risk boat out front, that is the location of the famous movie Cape Fear. Do you guys remember that? Great movie, right? Well, they filmed it here and not the Cape Fear River in the Carolinas because the star couldn't leave the state. Yeah, Nick Nolte was on house arrest. That is a true story. Drinking and driving, his 2 favorite things. Look on the right-hand side. Is that not a work of art right there? That beautiful white mansion, guys, do you love it? I I love it too. That's my house. Yes, after party. Yeah, just joking, guys. Don't show up at these people's houses. I'm working on it. It's on my bucket list. Look on the right-hand side. Another beautiful beige house right here. Now, guys, this is significant because it has an 1,800 square foot kitchen. Hey! Serenity is over there. Yeah, that's a pretty significant kitchen over there, right? Now look on the left-hand side, another beautiful modern mansion. Now guys, these owners have a pretty sizable tree in the middle of their property, and they wanted to preserve it. So they designed and built their house around it. Pretty cool. Another signature sculpture there in the back. Now, I know I'm showing you guys all these multi-million-dollar homes. Now, if you are really serious about coming to Fort Lauderdale and you really want a place on the New River, there is hope. Okay? Look on the right-hand side. Say hi to our neighbors and notice this building here with the white awnings. Now, those are condos, and you can get one for $250,000. That's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. Yeah. Now, those used to be dorms for a famous modeling school, John Robert Powers. Remember that? Yeah, Christy Brinkley graduated. Well, she was plucked from this school. And the original location is right here on the right-hand side, that little beige building right there. Yeah? Look on the left-hand side. Love pointing this one out. Guys, this home on the left-hand side that's under construction is deemed historic because it was the original hideout of the notorious gangster Bugsy Siegel. Yeah, true story. Ironically, right next door, this little yellow house here with the blue pool out back belongs to one of our most famous mayors of Fort Lauderdale, Jim Nagle. Jim Nagle served about 6 or 7 consecutive terms, right? Back in the 90s? Yeah. And he worked to change the laws and the coding, the sky caps, for all of this modern and residential development. Now, this was all shipyards, very stinky shipyards, and he worked to change that, and this is what you see today. Now we are rolling into downtown Fort Lauderdale right now. All right, on the right you will see a building over there. On the other side of it is Las Solis Boulevard. All right. This little establishment, the first establishment that you come to on the river, is called the Boathouse. It is a very nice restaurant if you guys are interested. Come on down for lunch or dinner. Most of the boats that you see here are available for charter if you want to pull your family or friends together. Yeah. Now the Boathouse is connected to the oldest hotel on the New River in Fort Lauderdale. Right? It is the Riverside Hotel here on the right-hand side. This green building. Now they were finished in 1936. They hired a famous young actor, Ronald Reagan, to do the ribbon cutting. Now keep looking on the right-hand side. You see this little house that's kind of oddly in the middle of everything. Guys, that is the oldest surviving structure here on the New River. That is the Stranahan House. It was built in 1901 for Frank and Ivy Stranahan. It's a museum now. You can book a tour over there. My good friend Jonathan is the historian, so let him know that Arlene sent you over there to do that if you take a tour. Pretty cool. Now, as I said, most of the vessels here on the river is available for charter. Now, this little one on the left-hand side is called Musette too, but she has a big sister that is about 4 times her size. And they do private parties, right? They do birthdays and anniversaries. They even do weddings, okay? As of 2020, they do divorce parties. Yeah. They have a BOGO right now going. If you got married in 2020 and divorced within 12 months, you get a buy one, get one. Yeah? Yeah, you do? All right, coming up on the left-hand side, you'll see this big beige building. That is called New River Landing. Now, New River Landing is a condo building as well. It's got beautiful units from the bottom floor all the way up to the penthouses. They go from $9 to $11 million. Now you can you can get a unit in there for about $100,000. Now that unit might be the size of a closet that's way in the back that overlooks the dumpsters. But location is everything, is it not? Yeah? Yeah. All right, we're coming up on the first bridge of the New River. This is a car bridge, guys. This is the Southeast 3rd Avenue Bridge. It is a double span bridge. Now, I will let you know these bridges are all on demand. That means that there is a tender up in the booth, and whenever we come through, we call up, and they lift it for us. Now, we know all of the tenders here on the New River, guys, and it's very important that we give them love, so I need you to help me do something. On the count of 3, as loud as you can, I want you to say, "Hello, Mr. Johnson." Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Mr. Johnson.
That's pretty good. Wow. Is he waving? You see him? Oh, yeah. Fantastic. All right, now listen. I've shown you the oldest hotel, the oldest surviving structure. Now I want to show you the largest hotel in Broward County and the most valuable land and property in Broward County, okay? Look on the left-hand side. Through the trees there is a big white building, guys. That's the largest hotel. Last night they housed about 1,500 guests, right? They have great amenities. They give you free cell phones and bars in every single room. If you check in early enough, you'll get breakfast, lunch, and dinner absolutely complimentary. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Broward County Jail. And let me tell you something. We love our inmates here, so if you're going to break the law, do it in Fort Lauderdale. You'll get a $60 million riverfront view. Yes, indeed. All right, now look on the left-hand side real quick. This establishment with the blue awning is called the Downtowner. Now it has a room in the back called the Maxwell Room. And the building is deemed historic as well just because of the Maxwell Room. It was a speakeasy back during Prohibition. Yeah. Now we're coming up to the next bridge, the Andrews Bridge. If you look on the right-hand side, you'll see a tender up there. Guys, we're going to give him some love too. On the count of 3, we're going to say, "Hello, Mr. Johnson." Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Very good. Now, don't look at me like that. Yes, Mr. Johnson, it is a family business. The Johnsons have been tending the bridges here for many, many years. True story. Look on the right-hand side, guys. That is Rivertail Seafood Restaurant. Amazing. I highly suggest you go there. A young chef opened it, and he is slamming it. Tell him Arlene's from the Jungle Queen sent you. Do that. On the right-hand side, that is the Wharf right next door. The Wharf is the most popular and largest outdoor bar in Broward County. Anybody been there yet? No? Guys, listen, on any given night, there could be 3,000 people out there. True story, all young, wild, and reckless. I'm jealous. Those were the days. Okay, now we're coming up on another bridge. This one is very special because it was the absolute first bridge built here on the New River, okay? It is the FEC, the Florida East Coast Railway, and that runs all the way up the East Coast to New Jersey. This is... Yes, I love it, I love it. Now guys, this goes all the way up to New Jersey. It was built by Henry Flagler in the late 1800s. And this is what they used to bring all the materials to build the settlements on either side of the river. It is also the host of our Brightline Express passenger train. Now the Brightline stops in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and any day now, the Orlando airport. Right? If you've driven from here, you know it takes about 3.5 hours, 4 hours to get up there. On the Brightline, it takes about 45 minutes. Yeah. I think they have one in Vegas as well. Now look on the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. This is a little community here. It was the first community on the New River, right? These were built in the early 1900s by Ed King.
Look at nice big trees.
Ed King and his family built everybody's house around here. I don't care if it was a hut or a castle, right? But these were the first stone or brick homes ever built in Fort Lauderdale, okay? It is now the Fort Lauderdale Historic Center, and you can book a tour over there. There's a gallery, a museum, a little cafe, a little motel, and they tell me there are lingering spirits that roam the halls at night, if you're into that sort of thing, right? look on the right-hand side really quickly. Through these trees, there's a white building.